Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. Let me go over to the Hangout. I'm going to share my screen, and just to make sure that we're actually broadcasting and everything's you can hear me. You can. I do apologise about the red dot on my nose. You know, I got stung a few days ago, last week, on the nose by a wasp, and you know, it's just it's the worst place to be stung, because you know it's like a big red dot on the end of your nose. So how are you doing? If you can let me know, you could see the screen. We've got 81 people watching. Now, I haven't had time to give away free leads, but I will be going back over the last Hangout that we did on Friday, and I'm going to be looking in the comments to see who's going to get some free leads. Now, I also asked a question last week on the Hangout, and if I come to Facebook, let me just come into Facebook and then come to the group. Dean Trumbull was good enough to put a post up for me. So let this just load. Where's Dean's post? There we go. So I'm just gonna make a comment on this. There we go. Bump it up to the top. So hopefully that's going to refresh. And I want to talk about this post. Okay, I want to talk about this post, and what I want to do is, so you can find the post that Dean made. Okay, about changing sponsor. So I want to come over to my whiteboard first, if I may, and I want to talk to you about that. Changing the sponsor, because I'm not going to do anything until you guys have really digested and thought about what this means and what the implications are, and whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. You know, I'm going to let you guys decide, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that we put the right things in place. Now, for those of you that are already in Padlock Income, okay, and you're starting to build a team, you will know when you go into your directs, you will see, you'll get your directs, okay, and you'll see there'll be someone's name, and then it will tell you what level they're on, okay, whether they're in level 1, level 2, and so on, and it will tell you how many leads they've got. So you'll see how many leads they've got, and you'll see how many directs they've got, okay. Now, what you want to be looking at is the directs. It doesn't matter how many leads, because leads, you know, people can have lots and lots of leads, and leads is not that's gonna do them any good, really. It's the directs that do the job. Obviously, you need the leads to turn into directs. What is the difference between a lead and a direct? As I've said before, a lead is someone that comes to the landing page, puts their name and their email address in, and it does nothing from that point. They never finish off and move into the directs. A direct, however, puts their name and their email address in. They get an email from the system. They have to click the link in that email. Once they get to that, they go to a page. They have to create a new password. Once they've created their password, they go to another page with a video on. They have to watch the video. Underneath the video, there's a button that they click. And then once they click that button, they then get access to the back back into Padlock Income, but they then come a direct. Okay. So what you might see is I'm just going to say Bob. Okay. Let's just use Bob as an example. Bob might have 3 leads and 1 direct. Then you might have something like, I don't know, we just say Terry. Okay. Terry might have 36 leads. Okay, and he might have 8 directs. Okay, then you might have Jim. Okay, I'm just giving you some examples here. The penny will start dropping with what the point I want to get across. Okay, Jim might have, no leads and obviously no directs, and then you might come down and you might have Sue. Okay, now Sue, what Sue might have, she might have, I don't know, 48 leads, and she might have 2 directs. Okay, now from this image that you've got here, you can see that this guy Jim is a tire kicker. You know, so definitely you don't want to help Jim. Okay, you don't want to help Jim. So Jim, you wouldn't even think of in this scenario. But you see, you've got Terry. Okay, now Terry has got as far as 8 people. Sue's got as far as 2 people. You know, she's got 2 directs. And obviously, my guess is that these 3 people are out doing their posts on Facebook. Okay, now it could be that maybe Terry has got a full-time job and he only can spare a few minutes a day, a couple of minutes a day, or a couple of minutes or 15 minutes a week, you know, but he really wants to change his situation, but he's trying his hardest and, you know, he just needs that little boost into his business. Now, the boost could be that he needs to do more posts and he needs to be a bit more proactive, or it could be that Terry doesn't really have that much time and he really wants to be successful, but he can't put in the extra hours. Now, what you might want to do by changing a sponsor, you might want to turn around and say, well, okay, I can give you Bob because I know Bob is a proactive person because he's got 3 leads and he's got one of them that have turned into a direct. There's no point me giving you Jim because he's not proactive. Now, by placing Bob in Terry's team, obviously this goes up to 9, but Bob is actually, he's not a tire kicker. So he's going to help both Terry's business and your business. Okay. Now, you may also say, well, look, I can see that Sue's is proactive. You know, she's got 48 leads and she's got 2 directs. What I'll do is I'll change the sponsor and I'll also give Sue to Terry. Terry now has got his 10. Okay. So Terry can now move to the next stage. Terry, you've given him a boost. He already had 8 people. You've just given him 2 people. You've given Terry a boost of confidence. You know, the chances are he's gonna up the game. He's going to up his game. Now, whether you wanted to tell Terry that you've done that, that would be a choice that you would make at the point that you're changing the sponsor. But you see, what you could also do now is to say, well, look, I've put Sue underneath Terry. Maybe if I've got some extra leads, I might want to help Sue. I could send Sue a private message and say, Sue, look, I see you've got 2 leads. If you up your game a little bit and you can get a few more, if you could double that, I'll give you a lead. If you double it, I'll give you a lead. And if you've got 4, I'll give you 1 lead. And if you get 8, I'll give you another lead. That's 9. Then she only has to get 1. And the same is with Bob. You could contact Bob. This is not for everybody because some people don't like to contact their team. They want to be hands off on everything. Okay. Contact Bob and say, look, Bob, I see that you've got 3 leads. You've got 1 direct. If you can double your game, let's double. If you can double and get yourself 2, okay, 2 directs, I'll give you a direct. Okay, there's no point giving somebody a lead. Okay, they have to. It's okay to give a lead because obviously that lead could turn into a direct. But if you really want to help someone's business, you'd want to give away. You know, so you might be the person that that's got 176 leads, and yet you've got maybe 20 or 30 directs. Okay, it's those directs that you want to look at. If you had this tool, you'd look at those directs and say, who is it that I can help? And you don't want to help people for nothing. You want to say to them, again, like I say, if you want to contact them, you would say, Jim, you need to up your game. You need to up your game. You've not got anybody. If you can up your game and you can get 2 directs, I'll give you a direct. Okay, so you're sort of giving a reward away for somebody doing actions. And I do similar things on the Hangouts. I say to people, put your comment below the video, put your affiliate link below the video, and I'll choose some people out of that I'm going to give leads to. Okay, now a lead, admittedly, a lead is not as good as a direct, but a lead could turn into a direct. Okay, now why do I give leads away? Why do I give leads away? Am I making people lazy? Of course not, because I'm asking them to do an action. I'm asking them to put a comment on the video, put their affiliate link in. Now, your last video, we've got something like, I don't know, I'll have a look. Let's share my screen. Let's share my screen and we'll see. We'll see. Let me just hide that. Let me hide this. And we'll go over to YouTube and let's see if I can find. If I go here, right click and open this in a new window, of course, the easiest thing for me to do is go to Padlock Income come down to Hangout Replays. Go to Hangout Replays. And then the last one is this one here, the 16th, I believe. So I can start playing that, go to YouTube, and I'm going to stop that. From a direct stop that video. So we've got 1,572 people viewed this, 272 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. And then if I look down the comments, so far we got 220 comments, plus there's a few for me to review. So let me just go in there and review. So there's a one I can do. This one I can approve. This one, I'll have a look at what that lead is to see if they're promoting their own channel. So now we've got on this video, we've got 222 comments. So that means I'm going to go through these comments and I'm going to choose some of these people. Now, what have I done for my own video? And for the padlock business is, one, I've got interaction, and that gives me a better rating on Google. You know, if somebody's searching on Google for padlock income or something like that, you know, there's a high chance that my videos are going to be up higher. Okay, and I can raise awareness for the padlock income business. So by me giving away free leads, I'm creating that action. You know, I'm creating, every action creates a reaction. Okay, so when you actually come over to this post that's in the Facebook group, you know, turn every day into a payday. When you come over to this post, this one here that Dean Trumbull posted, and I've now bumped it up, have a think about, do you feel that giving you a tool to move people around and position them is a good thing or a bad thing? And I don't want to make the decision because we've only got 26 comments. You know, we really need to get a few hundred comments on what people really think this would be, whether it would be a good idea or not. Now, if I look through the comments, let me just go through the comments. Some people, let's just see that yes would be amazing. Let's just see if we can find somebody that says it's not a good idea. Absolutely, that would be would help everyone. The downside. So let's just see what you know. So Dean, the guy that made the post, you know, he says the downside I do see is if we give a tool, it will get abused. And increase support tickets from people being moved without being communicated via the sponsor, or the people have been moved quick enough, if the people haven't been moved quick enough. Right, so I get what Dean's saying there, you know. So let me see, was I sharing my screen? I was. So let me come back to the whiteboard, because what I want to do is I'm going to go through them comments, because I think it's important that we cover this, okay? Now, so what Dean's worry was that somebody is going to support that their sponsor has been changed. Now, let's have a look at the types of people that you're likely to have in your business. Okay, so we'll take Dean. I'll use Dean as an example because it's his post that the first comment that I'm gonna answer. Let me find a decent pen. Always get this, so hopefully you can see that. Yeah. So I've got Dean at the top there, yeah? And so there's two types of people that Dean is likely to have in his business. There's people he knows, okay? People he knows, and then there's people that he doesn't know, okay? Does not know. Now, these people, he's probably given out his direct link, you know, his referral link. He's probably gone to these people and said, look, come and join underneath me. You know, and I don't know how many he's got. You know, let's just say he's got, you know, he's got a few people on this list over here of people that use his direct link. Also have people, because he's making the posts out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and all them sorts of places that we're at, well, Facebook and Google Plus at the moment, and Twitter. He will also have leads or directs that have come from maybe Facebook, that have come from Twitter, from Google Plus. So those people never even knew who Dean was, okay? Now, he will be able to identify those in his back office because in his back office under his directs, it will say where the direct came from. Okay, whether it's from his direct link that he's given somebody he personally knows, or whether it's somebody that's come via his post. Now, these people generally don't really care who they're under. You know, they click on a link, they join, they're interested in the business, and now what they're so those people, it's okay for you to reposition them. Now, let's just say that let's just say that Dean had Terry, okay, that came from Facebook. He also had Sue that came from Facebook, and then he's got from Twitter, he's got Jim, he's got Tom, and then from Google Plus he's got Jane, and I don't know, and he's got Sally. Okay, now if he decided that he wanted to give away Jane, for example, he wanted to give away Jane and maybe pass it over to Sue. Okay, so maybe he wanted to pass it over to Sue. He would only be able to do that action one time. He wouldn't be able to move Jane over here and then at a later stage say, oh, I don't want to do that, I want to move back here. He doesn't need to, he can only move the person once. And again, we could restrict the amount of people that you can move in a set period of time. We could also do a system where, Jane is being put underneath Sue, and maybe we could have a system where Jane's notified. But the problem is, I think if you start notifying people, they can say no. Okay, now really, let's face it, if you join a business, unless you join directly under the link, now I get, I don't know, 40, 50 people a day join through my link, and I've given a load of those away. Not one person has contacted me and said, Jeremy, I wanted to be under you. So it makes no difference to the direct because their sponsor doesn't help their business one way or another. It's not a matrix. It's not a multi-level marketing fee. It doesn't matter. They get no benefit from being under Dean or being under me. They get no benefit whatsoever. There's nothing that's in the system that would make them benefit from Dean's activity. Because what happens is, let's just say that there's JR, which is me, okay? And let's just say I sponsored Dean. Dean was one of my people. Now, let's just say I'm in padlock 2, okay? Padlock 2. And Dean is in padlock 1, okay? Padlock 1. And I also go out and introduce John. I also go out and introduce Sue, okay? All of these are in padlock 1. Let's just say that Sue upgrades and goes into padlock 2, okay? Padlock 2. Does Dean gain anything from Sue? Doesn't gain a single thing because he's on the same level as Sue and John. So it doesn't make no difference to Dean because I'm his sponsor. It doesn't matter if I bring in 1 million people. Dean Deal still doesn't benefit from me whatsoever because it's not a matrix. It's not a multi-level marketing thing. It's not where you get spillover or anything like that. You don't get none of that, okay? Because it's not business. So, but if I then said, if I see Dean had moved to, he's in padlock 1. Let's just say that Sue's still in padlock 1, but Dean had, he had 6 people. He had 6 people, and he needs 10. And I don't know, John maybe had 4, and Sue maybe had 2. Okay, I could turn round and say to Dean, if I wanted to, Dean, get yourself up to 8, and I'll give you 2 people. Just do a little bit more work. You'll get 2 people. So when he gets 8, I could turn around and say, well, let me put Sue under here and let me put John under here. Makes no difference to John or Sue if Dean's their direct, if they're sponsor. Makes no difference. They cannot benefit from Dean one way or another. What happens now is when these 2 get to, so that pushes now Dean to padlock 2. So now Dean goes to padlock 2, which gives me $7. I will make $7 because I've helped Dean because he's near enough finished. He's near enough there. He's doing the work. He's doing the work. Need that little bit more help. Okay. And again, when he was on 6, I could say to him, if you get 2 people or you get another 2 people, I'll give you 2. You know, you don't want to give stuff away for nothing. That's not the point of this. It's not about helping a tire kicker. It's about helping those people that maybe do struggle a little bit more. You know, there's some people, which I see a post today, you know, somebody said, well, Jeremy, where is this Facebook thing that you're going to do and explode our businesses? You know, but the guy's still in padlock 1. So he still needs to, because I can tell you this, I built a business that's selling a Santa Claus letter just on Facebook. That's all I did, was post on Facebook in groups. If you believe it doesn't work and you believe that it's taking too long for you and you believe that after 2 weeks, you know, you haven't got, you're not making $1 million, this is not the business for you. This is a business. I want to show you how to build a steady business. I want to show you that you can get to a fantastic income if you stay consistent. There's no point me just banging you in loads of stuff and you say, oh, I'm going to do that now, I'm going to do that now, I'm going to do that now. You need to get mastering the one thing. You need to be going out there, posting on Facebook. You need to understand that you need to rotate the images. You need to understand that not to put the same image in the same group every time. You need to understand to change the text a bit. That I give you the text, rotate the text. I will be putting that in an automated system in there. But if I start adding, you know, if there's some people that you just can't help, okay? There's some people that you just can't help. They want it all tomorrow. And I wouldn't want you to help those people. What you want to do is, if we do introduce this tool, you would help the people that are prepared to help themselves. You know, so what would happen here? You see, Dean would automatically qualify, or almost qualify, to go to padlock 2. He pays $10. $10, I would get 7. But now there's John and there's Sue. Now Dean might have also, because he's got 8 people here. He's got 8 people. He might see 10. So he might say, well, I've got now 11. I've got an 11th direct. So I could look at now my 2 new directs down here, or the existing 8. I can look at that, or the existing 6 or 8, whatever the number was, I forget now. But I can now say, well, I want to help these. Well, John might all of a sudden get to 6, and he might say, well, look, John, if you get to 8, get to 8, and I'll give you a direct. I've got one waiting for you here, waiting for you as soon as you get there. So he gives John one, and then but Dean's still out promoting. He brings in another direct. Okay, and he could turn around. Okay, John, I'll give you a second one. What does that do? John now is going to pay his $10 to move into padlock 2. Dean's just picked up $7. JR has picked up $1.50. Okay, so it's a win-win situation to be able to position your. Now, let's just say this to you: if you had the tool, in place, you use it or you don't. Nobody's forcing you to move your people around. You might say, for me, I want to keep away from it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to upset anybody, or I don't feel, I'm worried that I might upset somebody. I don't want to touch it. But there might be another team leader that says, you know, I'm bringing in people like this, you know, because some of them people that are on the list building, if you go to, let's just go and have a look. I'm just going to share my screen. Bear with me. Hide that. And then go over to here. So if you want to make a post, you know, make a comment on that post, it's in the Facebook group. The post was made by Dean Trump. Let's really think about this tool and have a good think about whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not going to do anything until you guys decide, okay? So let's just go to Padlock Income. And if I come up to the dashboard, let me just close this pop up. Okay, if I come up to the dashboard and I scroll down, okay, so they've got these leaderboards here, okay. Now you see these guys that are all on here. Let's just see who's there, okay. So you know what we want to do is compare the two, because a team builder might not necessarily be the top earner. So when I go to top earners, you see Barbara Rowley's in 3rd place. Well, if I go to on here, Barbara's not even on the list building thing. So then I go over here again. Then there's John Way. So John Way is in the top earners, but he's not in the list of team builders. Okay, so what it means is that, you know, these list builders are going out building their lists. You know, like these two guys at the top here, this lady here and this guy here, Marvin. Okay, are going out and building a fairly biggish team. Okay, of directs, but their directs may be struggling, and they would earn more money for themselves if they had a tool to be able to position people underneath their directs. Obviously, I can't show you the screen, but when you go over to directs, I think I had a PowerPoint slide. Let me see if I still got it. Bear with me. It's not that one, so let's insert. How do we do this? Insert new, is it? No, this. Oh, what am I doing? Here we go. Look. So look, Padlock back office. This was the one I did. Okay. So if we look at this slide here. So let's open this. Where do we go? Look at this slide. So not in my imported contacts, it's this slide, not that one, this one. In my back office under my directs, I could see, you know, how many leads I've got and how many, so this particular lead here on the 31st of May, obviously I've blocked out their personal data there. So their name and their email address would be in that next column under, you can see there on the screen coming from left to right. So you've got the date, then you've got their name and their email. Now I know that person is on level 2. They came from YouTube. Okay, they came from YouTube. Now they've not got my personal link, have they? They're personally by me saying sign up underneath me. Okay, so and I know that they've got 210 leads and they've got 131 directs themselves. So my guess is that they've got a lot of directs that maybe don't have their 8 or their 10. Obviously, they're 10. You know, so they might have a few of them that are at death's door, if you know what I mean. Right at the, I don't know whether death's door is the right word, but you get what I mean. They might be 2 people away, or 3 people away, or 4 people away from completing Padlock 1. Now, what you could do, again, this particular guy, because he's got 131 directs, he can afford to give some of them away to benefit his own business, and in turn help his team. You know, the people that are doers. Now, you see this person, if I come from the top here and I count 1, 2, 3, 4 down, that 4th one down is a direct link. Well, that person I wouldn't move because they've been invited by me personally. And you see, they've got 121 leads and they've got 60 directs. Well, they don't need helping anyway. But you see what I'm saying is the people that come from, if I just escape out of this, the people that come from your, let me just stop the sharing. The people that actually come from your direct link, you wouldn't do anything, would you? You'd leave them exactly where they are. But other people that have come from Facebook, Twitter, or a banner advertising or something like that, or Twitter, you know, then they don't even know you, do they? They just happen to see a post that you made out on the internet. They joined your business. And, you know, at the point they joined your business, they filled out their details, they went out and started promoting. But it doesn't matter what you do, they don't benefit from you. You only benefit from them, okay? Because there's none, it's basically, you know, so if I look at the way the system works, and I'll just do it in a straight line, you've got, hopefully you can see that. So I'll just move Dean off a minute, and I'm going to put Dean back, okay? So I'm going to put Dean here. Okay, and then I'm going to put JR. So let's just say I brought Dean into the business, and let's just say that Dean brought John into the business, and John, from his promoting online, brought Sue into the business. Okay, now let's just say that Dean is on Padlock 1, John is on Padlock 1, I'm up here, I'm on Padlock 2, and Sue is on Padlock 1, and she's got 9 people. She's got 9 people. All of a sudden, she brings in another person. Okay, so she's got her people down here, all on her line here, but she's now got 10 of them. Now, Sue has the ability to pay her $10. And if she decides to pay her $10 and move into Padlock 2, so she pays her $10, okay, $7.50, out of that $10, $1.50 automatically to the sponsor of John, because John bought in Sue. Well, it can't be Dean because Dean's on padlock 1. So that 150 would get passed up to me because I'm at the top of the tree in this scenario. And then out of these $10, there's another $7 that should, well, John can't receive it because he's on padlock 1. Dean can't receive it because he's on padlock 1. So at the top of this, in this scenario, Jeremy would receive it. So this guy up the top here would receive the $7.50, the $7 and the $1.50. Okay, so it doesn't make any difference to Sue who her direct is, who her sponsor is. Okay, Sue doesn't benefit. This person here up the top here could bring in 1,000 people. Doesn't make any difference to Sue. Doesn't make any difference to John. Doesn't make any difference to Dean. Okay, doesn't matter who their sponsor is. What it does matter is that Dean if he had the tool to make sure he can say, well, look, I've got all these people, you know, he might have, I don't know how many leads Dean's got, how many directs, not leads, I'm interested in directs. Dean might have a big pile of directs, and out of these directs, they all start to build their teams. You know, this guy here's got 6, this guy got 7, this guy's got 2, this guy's got, he's got 0, this one's got 1, this one's got 4. This one's got 5, this one's got 6. Now, Dean could have a whole line of people that haven't got 10. So he could turn around and say to himself, let me analyse what I've got and let me see what I can do to benefit myself and to benefit somebody else. Because in this scenario, this guy over here who's got 7, he could say, well, he only needs 3 more. Now, he could, if he wanted to, go and contact this guy over here and say, look, go and get yourself 1 more direct, which I'll give you 2. Or he might say, well, let me help him. I'm going to give him this guy here because he's got 1, so he can go over there. He's now got 8, so he's over there. This guy's got 0, I'm not interested. This guy's got 4, I'll put him over there. So he's now got 9, so that's that guy gone over. That's that guy gone over. So let's get the green pen. That's that guy gone over. Oh, and he might say, this guy's got 2 underneath him. I'll put him over there. So now he's got his 10. This guy's going to pay his $10. Dean's going to pick up the $7. I'm going to benefit, or Dean's sponsor will benefit. Doesn't matter. Dean's sponsor will always benefit whoever thing. But now Dean's sponsor will always benefit if somebody earns, you know, pays. He will either pick up this $1.50 or he's going to pick up the $7, depending on where he is. But you see, now this guy, because he's got his 10, he knows he's got 10 people underneath him that are proactive. So he's likely to now start getting into the earning brackets as well. So now Dean might look at the rest of his team and say, look who else I've got. I've got a guy here who's got 6. And what if I can contact him and say to him, look, once you've got 8, I'll give you 2 directs. I've got 2 directs sitting waiting for you. Or what I might do is I'll contact both of these, and I'll look, guys, I've got 2 directs to give away. The first one of you 2 to get to 8, I'm going to give it to you. So you've now created a competition against these 2. These 2 are going to go out and do a bit more work. So you're helping them by making them proactive. Okay, so that's what the power of this tool would be if we implemented it into the business. You may, if we do implement it under your instructions, not my instruction, under yours. I just wanted to open your mind up to make sure you understood what the tool meant. If we do implement it, and you were one of those people that said, I don't use it. You have the choice. But at the moment, you don't have the choice because you don't have it. Okay? So you have to decide, do you want to have the ability to use it if you want to, or do you say, I don't want to use it, period? Now, if enough people tell me that, you know, we've got what, 22 posts, comments on there. You know, we need a couple of 100 comments on Dean's post to get a true picture. You know, there's 13,000 people in this business now. 13,000 people. I believe there's a big number of people that just need 1 or 2 people or 3 people to push them into the to the earnings bracket, you know, to get their 10 leads, and they can move into padlock 2. Once they get into padlock 2, Their directs, it's obvious they're because they've got directs. They have to get directs, 10 directs, minimum of 10 directs to push them into padlock 2. Now you would be helping those people that are that are even down deeper than you, because you could contact, Dean obviously knows John, but he might not necessarily know Sue. So he might have helped John and said to John, look, I'll give you 2 people. And then he might turn around and say to John, have you got anybody in your team? Because I've got a couple of directs that I could give away into your team. As long as it could go down maybe 2 levels, so Dean would still pick up a $1.50. Yes, he would lose out on a 7 because he'd give it to John. But the point is, he could be helping his team below him. Okay? Makes no difference. I must stress again, makes no difference who Dean's sponsor is. I could be Dean's sponsor. I could go out and be like Lightning and promote. And I could be like Lightning and recruit. Dean doesn't benefit from my actions whatsoever. But with this tool, I could say, Dean or whoever else it could be, let me help you. The same as what I do on these hangouts. I say, put your comment in, do an action. Let me see that you're an action taker, and I'll give away some free leads. Okay, but people are happy to receive free leads because them leads might turn into directs. Now you might want to give some leads away. I don't know. It's not. You would have the choice whether you a lead or a direct. The tool wouldn't identify them. You would identify who you want to give away, and you would give that person away. So you could be helping many people build their business and in turn build yours. Okay. Now, what I want to do is have a swig of water, if I may, and then I'm going to share my screen. Because I want to go back into the back office of Padlock Income. Where's the screen you're sharing? Share the screen. So let's just hide that. Minimize this. And let's come over to the Hangout. Okay, not that one. That's the old Hangout, which I should be looking through that. So here's the post. Okay, this is the post that Dean made. So I'm just going to get you the permalink. Okay, the permalink. And I'm going to bring that over to the Hangout, wherever it is. There it is. And I'm going to post that permalink in there. Keep that permalink and go and have a look at what you think of permalink. Did I put it in there? Yeah, I've put the permalink in there. Okay. So let me know what you think. Okay. Let me know what you think. If you want to give me some feedback here, that's great. That's great. You can give me feedback here. Dean's already put the permalink in there as well. Let's get serious, guys. Let's get serious, because I want this business to be, I want it to be successful for as many people as possible. It's not going to be successful for everybody, okay? Because some people want it all to happen tomorrow. And what you've got to do is, with this type of business, the way that this system's set up, it's same as when it's done for me in the past, okay? When it's done for me in the past, when I've been working on the internet, it's what it does is it explodes. Okay, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. At first, you think, well, there's not a lot happening. You get a few leads, and then you those leads necessarily turn into directs. You get a few more leads, you get a few more leads, and then you get to padlock 2, and it's the same in any business. You know, it's purely a numbers game. The more consistent you are, the more success you will have. The more you complain about why isn't I got my hands on this, if you're one of those people that say, if only I had that, I would be successful, you will never be successful, okay? Because you're always wanting something else. Doesn't matter what you're given, you'll always want something else, okay? Right, so let's have a look at the back office of Padlock Income. So I just want to say, for those people that are maybe tuning in for the first time, when you've gone through the registration process and you sign into your back office, okay, all you need to do is to click on this button where it says "Click Get Started Here," and you'll see, as anybody that's already been in the Padlock Income, you'll see that there's constant changes happening all the time, okay, because we're tweaking. And then there's a video there that just sort of runs you around the site and shows you the dashboard. Below here on the right, we'll have your leads and your directs. As you can see, this account here, it says 1,085 leads, 994 free directs, 91 paid directs, commission $839. Then on this side here, you've got a calendar, events calendar. I put the hangouts or anything else that we're going to be doing, any one-on-one trainings, if you like, that I should be doing in the future once we've got Padlock Income to the stage where, you know, I can start doing more stuff. But at the moment, I'm putting a lot of content in the site, okay? And then there's a section here with the light bulb. That's coming in phase 2, which will be coming in next month, which is about you'll be able to add other products, okay? You'll have access to other products as well, which could be, you know, when I say other products, it could be other businesses where you can earn commissions and whatnot. But when that comes available, I'll explain everything and explain how it all works. It's not going to be full up with rubbish. We're only going to put stuff in there that's that I believe is a good business. Then we come down here. We've got the top converting sources. This is for everybody. Okay, this is for everybody. Google Plus at the moment is as the top of the leaderboard at 8.2 conversion rate. And what you've got to remember with conversion rates, the industry norm is about 2%. Okay, industry norm is about 2% because not somebody filling out a landing page. This is not somebody putting a name and an email address in a landing page. This is a conversion. These people have converted from a lead into a direct. Okay, which means they had to go through 5 steps before they're counted in this top converting sources. Okay, on the right here we have the leaderboard. Okay, there's 2 leaderboards. We've got the top list builders. Again, these are directs, people that have got the most directs. It's not the most leads. Okay, so it doesn't matter. You might have 1,000 leads and 1 direct. You wouldn't be on this board. Okay, but you might have, you might have 10 directs, 10 leads and 10 directs. You'd be on this leaderboard. You know, you could well be on this leaderboard because you've got more directs than say the next person. Okay, so this is based on directs. Remember, we're just like not even a couple of weeks old. 19 days. It's not 19 days. We started on about the 5th or the 6th. So you know we're what it's 14. It's a couple of weeks. We're about a couple of weeks old. Okay. This is the top earners. Again, the top earners, they're not earning massive amounts of money. You know, they've either broke even or they're getting themselves into profit. But the point is, after 2 weeks, they're building a business from scratch. And as we go forward and the momentum picks up and we have a lot more stuff and I give you access to a lot more resources, then, you know, this is the incomes are going to increase, okay, for those people that want to work at it. Down the bottom here, we've got the people, the recently people that came on board. Again, these people are people that have turned into directs. They're not leads, okay? They're not a lead that's filled out a landing page. As you can see, a lot of these people have uploaded their images, so obviously they've got access to their back office and they filled out their profile. It tells you where they come from. This guy's come from Facebook. This is a direct link. This is from Google Plus. This is a direct link. This is a web link, okay? So that's come from a website where we don't know the source, you know, but we are looking at those to see how we're going to track those as well. We've got another direct link, and via and is something that we know where it's coming from, and soon the programmers will be putting that. We've just put and there for now, but we will be telling you where that source is. This one's come from Facebook, a direct link, Facebook, a direct link. Okay, and then when you come and click on this full list here of top converting sources, you will see a list of, at the top here, so now they've started. You see Pinstra's got added there, Reddit's got added. This is a Russian site like Facebook. Okay, Zooklad Network has hit the list now, so people are advertising on Zooklad Network, and that's hit the leaderboard. And then the Stumbler. You see, at the moment, you might say, well, why are those at 0%, Jeremy? And they're on the leaderboard. Well, basically, they get onto this leaderboard once we start receiving traffic. Okay, now there could be, for let's just say hypothetically, there could be 100 people that have registered and that are leads through Pinstra. So the system can see that there's a lot of traffic coming from Pinstra. There's a lot of leads being generated from Pinstra. So it puts Pinstra on the leaderboard. Okay, now what that percentage, that 0%, will now, it's monitoring to see when those people that came from Pinstra of how whether they convert, okay, whether they convert into a direct. Okay, ad hits is a place where you can do banner advertising. YouTube. Okay, so the top one at the moment is Google Plus and YouTube. Facebook, then it's Telegram. What ad hits? You can see that you can see the percentages. Down below would be your own personal percentages. Okay, we only added this on Friday, so it's going to take a few days for it to get populated, but it will start to get populated. Okay, so that brings me over to some stuff that I've added new. So if I come over to the padlocks, now if I go to padlock 1 first, go to padlock 1, you've got an icon for banner. Okay, and this is still under construction. You're going to need to watch this video. Okay, watch the video. Once you've watched the video, you'll then get access to the banner tutorials. Now, I must say to you that the banner section is not compulsory. There's nothing. It's not something that you have to do to get to the next stage. It's entirely up to you. And again, when you do anything with banner advertising or any paid advertising, don't sell your shirt off your back. Okay, only spend what you can afford to spend. Don't expect don't have too much of a high expectation. The purpose of paid advertising is that you want to drive people into the system, get them to be leads to start with, and then hopefully they're going to convert into directs. Okay, but your purpose of paid advertising is to build your list of leads, because the way the system's designed, it's going to keep advertising, it's going to keep emailing those people that are your leads, get them to convert into directs. So you could run banner advertising or any paid advertising, say on a Monday, and you might not see the results, the conversions, or earn the money from it for maybe a few days or a few weeks later. Okay, so it's not an instant money earner. Okay, when you do paid advertising, you don't reap the benefit of it straight away, because you're not sending anybody to a sales page. Remember, you're not sending somebody to a page where they're going to actually spend money. Okay, so watch this video. Once you've watched this video, you'll get this blue button that says click here now. So you click that, you then get this second button, you click that. That button will take you through the banner advertising. This short video here, let me just see how long it is, 40 seconds long, So watch that video. It just explains to you about the different sizes of banners. It's only 40 seconds long. I don't hang around with that for those people that don't know. When you click on move to the next thing, you'll come to the banner directory. At the moment, I've got ad hits in here. Okay, I've got ad hits. I'm going to be adding many sites in the banner directory. Okay, but the banner directory again will be split up into sections. I'm not going to put everything in padlock 1 because I don't want to give you information overload. Ad hits you can advertise for as low as $2. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this. Watch the video. Watch the video. So we got a video there on the right hand side. Watch that video. Watch the videos. There's a video, another one here that you'll want to watch. But then we've got links at the top of every site that you can go and advertise on. You've got links that we've got new banners coming. I've got a couple. I've done some myself. I've got a couple of people building banners for me. One of them you'll know, and I should tell you who he is next week. Once I've got all the banners in there and give him his credit. So if you again want to contact him and maybe buy some personal banners, you can. He'll be happy to sell your banners. Or of course you can use the ones that are in the back office here. So each one of these links are clickable. So you click the first one. There's one banner there at the moment. There'll be a video soon. Okay, so there's one banner on that one, which is a leaderboard banner. So if I come down to the next one, multiple banners. Okay, so you've got a static banner at the top there, just a general. You've got a combination social media banner. You've got a Google Plus banner, a LinkedIn banner, a Facebook, Twitter. Now, these are not for putting on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. These are for advertising on ad hits, for example, that are advertising people that maybe have a LinkedIn account and you're advertising to them. You're targeting directly to them to say, if you've got a LinkedIn account or a Facebook account, you can earn money with it or earn Bitcoin with it. In this case, so at the moment, there's 9 banners in that section. Excuse me. Then we come down to the 125 by 125. At the moment, there's only 1 banner, but there'll be more banners coming soon. Okay, this page is going to get big, long. I might even have to split it up into multiple pages so that you have got access to the banners. This is there's lots of banners for this size, 300 by 250. There'll be a video here. There'll be a video. Don't worry. But if you watch the prior videos, the ones I showed you on the earlier pages, you'll get the idea on how to set up an ad hits account, how to put money into your ad hits account, and how to use a banner. When you click on a banner, okay, it opens a pop-up. Okay, you can either download it from the pop-up or you can download it directly from here. It explains on how to download the banners. Okay, so be more banners coming. If you think you've got some banners that we could use and you're happy to give them to us, and you say, look, I've got a banner here. I'm not going to accept everyone. You know, I'll look at the banner. If I think the quality is good enough, we'll put it in the site. Okay, or again, you could give it to your team. So there's banners that you can use. Then we've got skyscraper one, tower ones that go down the side of adverts. Okay, so if I come back here and I go back to is it here? Yeah. So when you come into Padlock One, so if I go to the dashboard, and if you want to know how to navigate to there, you click on this button here that says click here for quick access. That'll take you to the Padlock page. If you're only in Padlock 1, you're only going to see Padlock 1. If you're in Padlock 2, you'll see Padlock 2 and 1. If you're in Padlock 3, you'll see 3, 2 and 1. If you're in Padlock 4, you're going to see 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So not everybody sees the same. Now in Padlock 2, I'm going to be adding very soon. The Facebook 2, another method that I use. I'll be adding it this week. It's another method that I use for promoting on Facebook. I've got another method that I use for promoting on Facebook. Okay. So I'll be adding that to Padlock 2. So if you want to get that extra method, which I see somebody put a post out and said, you know, when are we getting this extra method? You know, and they're still in Padlock 1. So they need to complete Padlock 1. They need to get their 10 directs in Padlock 1. I don't want to give everything all in Padlock 1 because you'll get information overload and it won't happen. What we're going to be introducing in the future, I'm going to be introducing a task of the day calendar. Again, you might not want to use the calendar, okay? But there'll be a calendar that you can click on, and depending on what padlock you're in, it will give you a task of that day, what you should be doing for that day, 15 minutes a day, what you need to be doing, making a few Facebook posts, maybe making a couple of Twitter tweets, you know, maybe doing setting up a banner ad or something like that, okay? But you don't have to do what I give you for the task of the day. But what I want to do is I want to make the system simple enough that anybody can use it and anybody will get success with it, providing they're prepared to put in a bit of work. Okay? Put in a bit of work. The system is designed to get you to a good income within 90 days. Okay? But it won't get you to a decent income in 90 days if you're not proactive, and if you're a tie kicker, and if you're just going to sit in on Facebook and say, when are we going to get access to this, and when are we going to get access to that? It's not going to work for you, because I'm in the same business as you, and there's people that, so if I go back to the dashboard here, screenshot alone, I know that these people in these leaderboards here, certainly these first few, okay, are in the hundreds of directs. Now they're doing the same as you. They're out posting. Yes, some of them might be giving out their direct links and got already a list, but this is what Padlock 1 is about. Padlock 1 is about you building a list. It's about you getting consistent in doing this an action similar every day. And I just want to come back over to the Hangout because we're coming up for time. But Padlock 1 is about you being proactive. Okay, all I'm asking you to do is post it to Facebook. Then you've got banner advertising. If you want to spend a little bit of money on banner advertising, do it. But if you don't, you can't afford it, don't do it. It's not for you. If you want to just do free advertising, do free. I've got 2 more icons that I'm going to be adding. I'm going to be adding to Padlock 1. So there'll be 4 icons in there in total. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what the other 2 are. They will be there once I put them in. But I'm going to give you a variety of ways of advertising for free. Okay, and a variety of ways of you advertising for paid traffic. Now in Padlock 1, the banner advertising that I'm going to be I've put in there is going to be for low-end traffic. As you start to go through the padlocks, there'll be higher-end traffic. but you'll have to spend more money on that. But I don't want to put you in a position where you're spending money if you're not earning any. Okay? So first off, you need to get your 10 directs. Get the 10 directs. Once you get 10, it means you can get 20, it means you can get 100, it means you can get 1,000, because you're just going to rinse and repeat, carry on doing what you're doing, and then plus the extra stuff that I give you as we move forward, you'll be able to step your game up bit by bit, keep it within your budget, keep yourself in profit. Now, if you believe that there's a fast track to becoming full-time income working on the internet, then go out and find it somewhere else, because I'm telling you, there's not a fast track to it. There'll be loads of sites out there that tell you, if you do this, you'll earn loads of money and you'll be a millionaire by next Thursday. Guarantee you that those sites, you don't end up making any money in them. And what they do is they're either day gone tomorrow. This business, this company that I own, have been around for nearly 3 years, okay? Padlock Income is just a section of that. Padlock Income, and somebody asked me the other day, they said to me, Jeremy, how are you going to fill and I just want to cover this quickly, the GSUs and the PTPs for the outstanding orders. Well, basically, bringing people into Padlock Income underneath me, one of the qualifications is to go and join one of those businesses, okay? Now, if they join under me and they're not in one of those businesses before, then the next person in the rotate, they're going to fill an order, aren't they? They're going to fill one of somebody's orders. So that's how they're going to get filled. I am constantly recruiting my own personal link, okay? My own personal link, which is for those people when they come into those other businesses. I'm not going to say what those businesses are. Those people that are watching know exactly what they are. But when they come to join those businesses, because they will, they'll join the gold one, they'll join the advertising one, they'll join the marketing suite. Knows if they've not joined those companies before, one of the qualifications they have to do is to pay their money to join that business. They will then fill an order. So that's what I filled, okay? Because of the directs that I'm bringing in, and so far the directs that I personally have brought into this business is 997. So far is my personal ones. There's been people that joined directly with PadlockIncome.com. Those people are not in my directs, but again, those people will be treated when they join one of these other businesses. They will be given as a direct for somebody that bought a previous order, okay? So this system is designed not only to fill those previous orders, but it's also designed to build your business. If you're in one of those other businesses already, and you know what businesses I'm talking about, and some people looking at the screen, what's she talking about? Well, when you get into Padlock Income, it will all come apparent to you as you move through the padlocks. Each padlock is designed to get you the success in the padlock you're in before you're able to move on to the next padlock. Now, the system is also designed for those people that are already in these other businesses. When somebody joins through the Padlock Income, when they get to a certain stage, they're going to be asked to join one of the other sites, and eventually all 3 of the other sites. Okay, I held 4 up, but 3 of the other sites. They're going to start to fill your funnels. They're going to start to fill your super affiliate networks. They're going to start to fill your gold business. This is what this system's designed. Plus cash as they go through as well, okay? And plus, we've got some really exciting stuff for you to have to show you how to promote your business. I only want to get you to promote your business for those people that are action takers. So at the beginning, Padlock 1, basically free stuff. Yeah, there's put ad hits in there now, which is banner, and I will put in another, maybe 2 sites or maybe 1 site, another banner site. I don't want to give information overload. The people, like the person that made the post today saying, when are we getting this? I could put 20 icons in there and they would always want 1 more. I could put 20 things for you to do and they would always say, I want 1 more. Okay? That's what some people are like. But if you're a person that says, I want to keep my feet on the ground and I want to build a stable, reliable online business and I want to start for free, this is where it is. There's no other place you can go and do it for free. Every other place, you have to pay in some money to get started, okay? You can register and get a 14-day free account with a lot of sites, but eventually you've got to pay the money before you can get really stuck into the business. You could stay in Padlock 1 for the rest of your life. and it will just build your list. You can download that list and promote whatever you want to it. But if you want to move through the padlocks and you want our system to get you to a stage where you start earning commissions from your directs, then you will move into padlock 2, then 3, then 4. There's 12 padlocks. It's 12 padlocks. Up in padlock 12, okay, and I'm not expecting people to get there within the next 2 weeks, okay, but up in padlock 12, the commissions that you can pick up are $2,500 and $500, okay, but you will not get to that stage until you've had success in all the previous 11 padlocks. You will be, once you get into padlock 2, the minute you move into padlock 3, you're going to be in profit. When you move into padlock 4, you've got to be in profit again. When you move into padlock 5, you've got to be in profit again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 padlocks, 11 of them, you have to be in profit before you're asked to pay any more money. Okay? The only padlock where you've got an out of pocket is moving from padlock 1 to 2. And you've got to pay $10 at one time. You don't pay $10 a month. You don't pay it every 4 weeks. You don't pay it every year. You pay it one time. It lasts you for life. Everybody else that comes in behind you, because you're promoting the same link all the time, the same thing all the time, bringing people to the front door, the system does the converting for you. Every time someone converts and moves to padlock 2, you will pick up a commission. And if their people that they brought into the business also convert, you will pick up commission from them. But if somebody brought a person into the business and they wasn't upgraded themselves, you will get rolled up. They will lose the $7 and you will get it. Okay? So this system is designed to get you success in padlock 1. If you want it to happen overnight, it's not the business for you. But if you want to build a stable, steady business and you say, I want to do this, I want to replace my existing income, I want to start for free, I want to get Jeremy to put his money where his mouth is and prove that it can be done before I part with a penny, this is the system for you. Take the steps that I show you, step by step. Stuff that doesn't work. I'm showing you stuff that's worked for me. And some people say, yeah, well, he's the CEO of the company. Of course it works for him. I was a plumber. I wasn't born an internet marketer. Okay? When you leave your mother's womb, you can barely eat yourself. Your parents have to feed you. Your mother has to feed you. And then they have to teach you to walk. And then when they taught you to walk, they teach you to talk. And then after that, you might go to preschool. And after preschool, you go to, and then while you're in preschool, they're teaching you how to read and write. And when you've learned to read and write, you go to the next school. And you're 5, 6 years old now. And now you're learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. A brain surgeon is not born a brain surgeon. A plumber is not born a plumber. A bus driver is not born a bus driver. They have to learn the skills to do those jobs. It's the same with internet marketing. Don't look at that screen and say the reason why he makes a load of money is because he's the CEO of the company. Well, how did I get there? I didn't inherit the business from my father, and I didn't inherit the business from my grandfather or my great-great-grandfather because they didn't even have internet in those days. Okay? I got this business by working it myself, working online since 2004. If you want to make and even you want to change it tomorrow, this is the business for you. Stay consistent, stick at it, and you will have success, okay? For those people that are not consistent and those people that complain and always want something else, they won't succeed. They'll always fail because they're always wanting. The only reason why I never succeeded because I just needed that. And the only reason why I never succeeded in that program because they never give me that. And I never knew how to do this and I never knew how to do that. Looking for an excuse to fail. Don't put yourself in that bracket. Don't put yourself in the position of saying, I need something else to give me success. You don't. You could get success just by posting in Facebook alone. I did it with a Santa Claus letter and made $32,000 or just over $32,000 in the run up to Christmas 2014. Didn't spend a penny on advertising. I made $64,000 in 2 days without spending a penny on advertising. All for free. It can be done. I'm an ex-plumber. If I can do it, you can do it. Thanks very much. My name's Jeremy Rush, and I'll see you on the next Hangout. Bye now.